Mr. President and colleagues and distinguished guests joining us this evening, please join me in welcoming the members of the James Graham Brown 6th grade class and Dr. Michael Brame. Please join me at the podium. Mr. President, as you know, in our community during the last 2 years, more than 6 grocery stores have closed. That has added to the food desert, which has created a literal food crisis in Jefferson County. There are people who have no place to acquire affordable, healthful food that is accessible and easy for them. I received a phone call a few months ago from Dr. Mike. That's Mr. Brame, who's joined me here, and he asked if I would join the 6th grade class, and I thought I was going back to school. And he said, no, please come and visit. They have done a lot of research, and they are prepared to develop a plan of action to present to the Louisville Metro Council to see if the local government would be interested in joining their plan to solve the food crisis. So I showed up for the 45 minutes of questions and answers. At the end of 45 minutes, the students lobbied the professors/teachers and asked if they would be able to allow in the auditorium for an additional hour and a half to continue asking me questions, and I stood. And colleagues, they were the best researched, most informed questions I've been asked in a public setting. With us this evening are the 6th graders, 3 of whom will make their presentation. They've asked for 5 to 6 minutes to do so. Whom you do not see with us this evening were the freshmen who were in the auditorium that day serving as the side-by-side mentors of these wonderful students. I do not know the order in which they're going to speak, but we're going to be hearing from Jordan Dungy, Madeline McNary, and Samantha Baker. Ladies, the podium is yours.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and these are my classmates, Maddie and Sam. Before we begin, I would like to thank Councilwoman Barbara Sexton-Smith for coming to our school and helping us get started with this project. You are an amazing woman, and we learned so much from you. We have a problem in West Louisville. There are no places for families to buy healthy foods in their neighborhoods. We would like to share a plan to address this problem. A food desert in an urban area is a place where it is difficult to buy affordable or good quality healthy food. Here, there are most common areas in West Louisville. People in these areas are often forced to eat at fast food restaurants. These choices can cause illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, and according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, a shortened lifespan. When you think of it, a person's zip code should not determine their lifespan. This all started because our teacher asked a student why he didn't have his supplies. The student responded that he couldn't get them. Then our teacher said that he can find them at any Kroger or Walmart or whatever he needed. The student said that he couldn't get them because he doesn't have any of those stores near where he lived. That was last year. When our teacher shared that story with us this year, we decided we wanted to do something about that. We knew Councilwoman Sexton-Smith was already working on a plan for a new food oasis, so we asked her to come and help us with this project. We decided we would create a business model for what a successful food sanctuary would look like in West Louisville. Well, how did this problem start? Well, according to a news report on the WHAS 11 News called the 9th Street Divide, this all started because of blockbusting in the 1950s. Realtors would warn white families about their property values going down because of black families moving into the neighborhood. This caused white families to move out and more black families to start moving in. Then the corner store concept was replaced by supermarkets, but they only went where the money was in the suburbs. When all of the corner stores were taken out, in West Louisville, liquor stores took their place.
We propose a store in West Louisville, a partnership between the Metro City government and private businesses. Stores in food deserts typically lose 4 cents on the dollar. This is primarily due to a lack of good loss prevention. This can be solved with common sense loss prevention by creating tax incentives for a willing grocer, a unique sales model, additional private public services, and providing a beautiful place to shop. The 4-cent loss will become a profit that can sustain financially and provide the much-needed healthy foods in an area where it is hard to find. What we are planning to do. There is no shortage of fast food in West Louisville. These foods contribute to obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and general poor health. A person living in a food desert can lose up to 30 years of their lifespan, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. After all, look what $20 gets you in a fast food restaurant versus the grocery. We are doing this to the very people who can't afford to eat out every day. We want the same opportunities in West Louisville as they have in almost every other part of town. A startup for a grocery store could be anywhere from $750,000 to $1.5 million. See the breakdown above. These numbers might seem big to an 11-year-old, but we know that there are many companies willing to expand the way they make profit. Many of these companies don't use common sense, though. If loss prevention is an area, then if loss prevention is an issue in your area, then do not put U of L and UK football caps near the door where people will walk off with them. Offer foods that meet the needs of the ethnic groups in the area, and with healthy foods, a store will only need to sell some sweet potato pie, because almost no one eats only healthy foods.
The store located in West Louisville would have to rely on some incentives. In exchange for these incentives, the store would provide office space for things like social workers and employment services. If we give a person more reasons to come to the store, they will spend more money there. In addition, if we provide the right services, people can be healthier, employed, and making the city a better place. Changing the way people shop requires a change of mindset. The company wanting to locate in West Louisville would have to commit to quality and provide more than just a grocery store. As mentioned before, there would have to be incentives. But using incentives to build a low-class facility would not be acceptable. In other areas of Louisville, people can get a flu shot, a prescription, and cash a paycheck. Payday loans rob families of their hard-earned money. Check cashing should not break the bank. This new space should be inviting and beautiful. Finally, the place should be a focal point of transportation so that shoppers can get to and go from the food sanctuary. The Tart could have a covered stop at the facility, and there should be rentals such as bird scooters and Luvella bikes available. There should also be a gas station for those who want to visit in their own vehicles. As sixth graders, we know that there are many things that we cannot understand to get something like this started. That's why we came to you. You do have the connections to get this ball rolling, and we would be happy to serve in any way we can to help. Because again, quite frankly, the zip code where you live should not determine the lifespan of your life. Not in my America. Thank you.
Stay here, ladies. Stay here. Colleagues, I think you will agree with me that after that incredible, well-researched, and more importantly, well-spoken and perfectly executed, implemented presentation, I am going to present the official proclamations to each of our presenters this evening. And ladies, each of you, as a result of your work, are now being named an honorary District 4 Distinguished Citizen. And congratulations. I need Dr. Mike to join me at the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to present a proclamation honoring Dr. Mike Brame as a Distinguished Citizen in District 4. Dr. Mike, congratulations. And lastly, will the other students from James Graham Brown please stand so you can be recognized and receive a round of applause as well.
Councilwoman, I think you have some council members that want to speak to them. Councilman Lanshima.
Thank you, Mr. President. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Now, we talk about our students here in Jefferson County and how challenging the kind of challenge we face here in Louisville, but hearing you speak, I'm sitting here wondering how old you were, and then you say 11 years old. At 11 years old, I could not speak like that. I see a huge future ahead of you. I just want to say thank you for making us proud. Thank you for representing JCP as well. And to Dr. Mike, thank you for being an outstanding principal and for all that you do. You students, you are amazing. You are amazing. I am proud to call Jefferson County home. Thank you.
Thank you. And Councilman Reed.
Just very quickly, I've sold professionally for probably 30 years, and that presentation was outstanding. It was really, really good. And I was wondering if maybe you guys were for hire. You could help me with some of I pay top. No, I'm just kidding. No, that was very good, and I was very impressed. So thank you.
Thank you. And Councilwoman Shanklin.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say my granddaughter's in that class, and I hope she knows as much as you guys do. Her name is Talia.
Look at her.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all very much. Congratulations.